In 2023, Mero won FNCS 1 with Cooper, marking his 6th FNCS title before retiring. Now he has done the impossible and came back with Bucky and Otis and made Div 1. So how? Mero and his trio land at Foxy Gate and immediately go and break the swap truck, giving all of them full health and shield without wasting any inventory heals. Mero then goes for this chest and then immediately follows Bucky, but then diverges, going into the building and looting and getting a Veiled Precision SMG, twin fire shotgun and a Fury AR. Otis loots the tunnel and then goes outside looting the top, and Bucky then leaves half of a loot to Mero in the building and farms mats. In the first fight we are breaking down, Mero starts pressuring Zolo's wall with the Spire AR, the perfect pressuring weapon with its magazine size of 50 and its structural damage of 44, making it ideal for any sort of pressuring in box fighting or in builds. Then he gets jumped by Praise the Lord, so he looks to get any damage he can onto him, which he's eventually able to do with a left window edit, getting himself a right hand peek. Zolo then runs away however. So, after this, Mero then focuses his attention onto Darth 2X. After getting a big tag on him, he makes a middle window edit, catches him in a cone like a Pokemon, and then kills him immediately. Now, it might help that Mero's on controller, but he doesn't do anything too mechanical here. Everything he does is very precise and intentional. He never does anything too unnecessary. Every build matters, and he doesn't waste a single one. And you can see in full speed here, it's all very fast actions, but it's not anything too out of the ordinary and any teabags. Later, Mero's trio rotates east to Brutal Boxcars to get the Spire, the overload Spire to be exact. And so they end up getting jumped by a trio, and so Bucky gets jumped immediately. Now, Mero then comes to Bucky's aid to make it a 2v2 after getting 2v1. He jumps in one player's box, knocking him, but then he gets knocked by another player. Bucky then gets the knock and revives Mero. In the other half of the POI, Mero's trio then ends up having to pressure other players to keep them away, and so they use the Spire AR. Now, Mero's very fortunate here to have the best Spire AR, but then he notices a player running away using the bird form, which only lasts 4 seconds. So Mero waits and tracks him out of the sky. Then Mero starts getting pressured by an entire trio, and he does very well here to stay behind cover and look for any counter damage that he can. He doesn't, but the point is that he's able to actually get it done. He then double edits down and kills one player later, and then after that, because one player made a poor peek with a peanut butter edit, he got the kill and then loots the other guy, busting him and getting 2 kills. Now, this is all great, but what if Mero doesn't get the gun off spawn? He then goes and on 5 HP looks for any gun he can, but because he checked all the loot spots, he couldn't find a single gun, so he has to go to this chest, and despite getting a gun, he gets jumped immediately and gets killed. Unfortunately, this is what happened. They're in a different game. This is a situation which they get into. Here we're actually spectating Otis here. Otis does a fantastic job of pressuring this guy, even pressuring down their 4, which is a tactic not many players use, but definitely should incorporate into their game. He then doesn't get tunnel vision, and when he sees another player, he looks to pressure them as well. Now, because he has a layer above every single other player, he can then go and pressure whoever he wants and how he sees fit, which is an advantage which works to his favour in this situation and ultimately gives them an advantage in the fight. Now, Bucky here also applies pressure onto Superman, interesting but brilliant name, and rotates around the entire build fight and looking to get any tags he can or kill any player. Now, he breaks a box which he thinks a player is in but isn't, and so he meets with Otis, who then gets immediately killed. Now, notice here, very poor edit made, obviously the left corner being taken away, and so this creates a 50-50 edit. Now, Bucky would have been in a very bad situation if this player had better positioning, so he's very lucky that this player didn't. He should have done it the other way around, then he would have had the right hand peek, and with a jump shot could have killed the player who was weaker than him. Even though the player shoots him first, he still gets the kill because, well, he just had the better aim, win the fight. Here, Mero, Bucky and Otis go and fight this trio. So Mero and Bucky go round the sides of all their boxes, looking to pinch, spraying and Mero uses the Mist Gauntlets, a popular tactic trios use. He notices that this player is hiding, and because this player couldn't make a good peek and jumped right into the open, he kills him. He then goes and tracks the Mistform Bird guy. After getting 70 on him, he goes back, and so he goes back and gets his kill. Here, Mero goes and thinks about pressuring the entire trio, but he realises that he can't, so he goes and rotates over to Bucky and goes to a nearby bush where he would be able to make his way back to Bucky and Otis, who are going to be able to rotate up ahead. So Mero, pressuring a trio under a bridge, pops a midi and then looks for any tags he can to pressure any trio. He lands in this bush here and sees the surge base, and so to his credit, with the Sparrow AR, he's able to get 90 damage onto 2 players in the trio. Then he ends up going and rotating over to Bucky and Otis, or so he thinks, because he lands right in the middle between 2 players and gets pinched and ultimately dies. And so that is the end of Mero's match, which we are going to be covering today. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like and check out how Peterbot is so good, and the link in the description below.